that doesn't look great. That does not look great. Both of us doing that on webcam at once. It's like a chat roulette thing. Hello, hi, welcome to the new show. This is It's Dangerous to Go Alone. The InfinityCast's new video game based podcast, hosted by myself, David, and my intern V. Say hi, V.
Intern?
Yeah, you're not getting paid. This is a video game podcast. Because we have film podcasts, we have games podcasts, everything. And this is specifically talking about video games. Because we miss it. I miss it.
Yeah.
Egerton doesn't because he doesn't really know anything about video games, but hey, I miss it. So, today, in our first episode, we're going to talk about something which literally just happened. And everyone's still kind of in shock and awe over because... what the hell? Microsoft bought Activision.
Who knew? Who knew that was coming? Except for inside traders.
I don't even think
wow.
Activision knew. I think they just a couple of
Bill Gates showed up, knocked.
No.
Hey,
They opened the door, hi, I am. What's his name again? Bobby Kotick. I think that's his name. He just turned up one day, opened the door, and just Bill Gates was sitting cross-legged on his desk going. But yeah, this is like it's one of those ridiculous amounts of price tag attached to it. It's like 70 billion, or that's us rounding up. It's like 69.6 or 7.
The number keeps changing. That was one thing I did notice.
It depends who you ask. The numbers haven't been released yet, but it's approximated. It's like the Disney Fox thing. They went with the assets they own, worked out the prices, then that's how much they paid. So this is the most money anyone has spent buying an entertainment company in recent. I don't even know what's recent. It might be ever, because I'm pretty sure with that money they could buy Denmark. Like, just buy it.
I do actually have it here that this Microsoft Activision deal will make it the largest all-cash acquisition on record since 2016.
Was that when Disney bought Fox?
I don't know. It didn't. I don't recall seeing it because they did list them out in the article, but it wasn't that. But it is important to specify that it is an all-cash acquisition, which means that Microsoft bought Activision with liquid assets.
Thing is, though, everyone, like, all people are like, where did they get the money? Where did they get the money? It's like, a lot of companies sit on a ton of money. They're like Smog, or what back on common, The Hobbit. Like, famously, Nintendo, a lot of people thought they'd go bankrupt after the Wii U thing. It's like, no, while the Wii U was doing terribly, they had enough money in the bank to not make a profit till like 2050.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's Nintendo for you. Microsoft being Microsoft, who are not like they're not just a games company, they are a technology company. They work in every facet of life. Like, literally, you have, for all I know, they might have been my glasses. It's like something ridiculous like that. So this is a ridiculous amount of money. I'm going to say that 1,000 times more in this episode because it is.
It really is.
But I don't think this is a risk for Microsoft. That's the bit that scares me.
No, yeah. I honestly, like, everyone's saying that this is a good investment because it's allowing Microsoft to really go into the video game industry, which is something they clearly want to do.
It's like Microsoft finally getting in. It's like gestures at the let's just say 1/5 of the video game industry they already have.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
Because I mean, they got Minecraft. They bought Mojang Studios, and that's been a huge step.
Know this with the Microsoft buying companies. This might be their biggest one, but they've been doing this a lot recently. Like, last year they bought Bethesda, which give them Bethesda, id, Ravensoft. I know all this, but off the top of my head because it's all the stuff installed on my Xbox Game Pass, my PC.
That's fair, yeah.
Which does actually mean Microsoft's the Xbox Game Pass, they're going to get so many more games in it, and I'm not really complaining. It's like, I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play a few of these, not all of them. Some of them I'm not going to touch with it.
it's obvious that they're trying to vie against Sony for exclusive game rights for their platform. And doing the Game Pass with that is definitely like they just have Overwatch now. They have Candy Crush of all
Oh
things.
god. No, my favorite thing about all this was just the meme. It just shows
Oh
you
yeah.
Sony sitting by itself with the words, I only have Spider-Man left. Oh, but seriously, talk about Candy Crush. This also does Microsoft, especially with their Xbox Game Pass and various other subsidiaries, have been trying to get into the mobile market, and this is literally just giving it to them. Because I know people, especially people who play videos, don't want to believe the mobile market is a thing. People who play mobiles are dumb, but it is, one of the biggest cash cows of the industry. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
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 I know there's a mobile game that I really like to play, and I have put a pretty dumb amount of money into just purely cosmetic items, and I don't regret it.
I was about to say Tinder isn't a game, but hey. I don't know. That's terrible. Bad one. It's also worse that you're sitting in your boyfriend's house when I make that joke.
This is literally my boyfriend's room. Yes, I'm paying for that Tinder exclusive good shit.
He's just sitting in the other room going, yes, dear. Just crying. Or I don't know, maybe it's a very strange relationship. Anyway, so, no. Another thing, of course.
Thank God you're not paying me, otherwise I'd fucking quit.
With this, of course, Activision, they get their big franchise, Call of Duty, which,
Oh yeah.
even though recently
Big
in
boy.
its single-player campaign and its physical release games hasn't done. I say hasn't done well. It's still made millions and billions and billions and millions, but it is still a cornerstone of the FPS, especially multiplayer. People playing currently because Warzone still is one of the top streamed games on Twitch. Last thing we streamed was Warzone. Sorry. And
Watch that here.
you can watch over Twitch twitch.tv/ this isn't my code. Please.
Link in the description below.
There will be because I'm desperate. And also that player count is approximately at any given time sitting in around 250,000 constant players, which for a FPS multiplayer game that's ridiculous. And
That's a lot.
You know,
That's a lot of people.
if anyone,
That's a lot of guns.
okay, Neo. It's mad. Also, going back to their CEO, people were worried what was going to happen to him, and he is. This is a Bobby Kotick, Bobby Kenny, Bobby Kotick. Sorry. He is staying until the deal is closed. Then he is stepping down and leaving Activision. So yeah, it's a lot of people are joking about what Microsoft's going to buy next, and I don't know, but I'm still surprised no one's bought Sega yet. And by the way, this is just a bit of a tangent, but anyone just buying Sega.
Yeah, that's true. Because Sonic games are constantly still being made to this day, and they still.
Honestly, I think if Nintendo ever went out and actually bought another company, imagine if they bought Sega. It would just be because Nintendo, hey, they don't always deliver regular good. Hey, here's the game everyone wants. That's the for Metroid Prime 4 fans out there who've been waiting for the last decade.
Ooh.
Or more. But they treat Sonic right. You wouldn't get, him being rebooted every 5 minutes and Shadow. You wouldn't get Shadow. You wouldn't have Shadow, who is the Kylo Ren of video games. Come on. I like Adam.
How dare you? Kylo Ren is the shadow of Star Wars.
I don't know.
He came first, damn it.
Both, either or are both insults to everyone, especially Adam Driver. Adam Driver's actually a decent actor. I like Adam Driver. Moving on, after us, he's like, okay, here's one of the biggest news stories of the day. Let's just make about a ton of jokes about it. But let's talk about a very, very serious news story that came from a serious place. that in no way was ridiculous. But hey, remember when a Fast and Furious-esque crew stole a bunch of GeForce RTX 30 series cards out of a truck?
That was new to me.
Yeah, no,
that I learned today.
No, it's ridiculous. It's like literally
yeah.
I remember Fast and Furious when they started, and it was like, we're going to go and steal a truck full of DVD players or something, I think. Fast and Furious movie was...
And to smile and nod and pretend I have seen those movies.
I was a teenager. Yep. I've seen 2 of them.
Oh.
There's like 20,
hey, you're doing better than me.
Like 20 of them now. Okay, it's probably not 20, but still. God.
Hey, listen. Family is all that matters.
No. I thought it doesn't matter if you have... It's a weird meme. It's a weird meme. Damn Vin Diesel.
It was a marketing ploy is what it was.
No, it's Vin Diesel just wanting everyone to be his friend. He wants people to play D&D with.
You know what? Hey, Vin Diesel, if you're watching this, hit me up. I'll play D&D with you.
Another weird tangent. Apparently, he got Judi Dench into playing D&D on the set of Chronicles of Riddick. And then she...
oh, that's incredible.
No, but here's the thing. She DM'd. Because she apparently DM'd for her grandkids. It's like...
Oh my god, I love that.
I want to play D&D.
Oh my
I don't
god.
want to play D&D with Vin Diesel. I'll play D&D with Judi Dench. So these stolen graphics cards. These are the ones which... This is back when no one could get a Xbox Series X. No one could get a PS5. No one could get one of these because they just disappeared into the ether. So these are stolen. And they have started turning up in Vietnam, of all places.
Yeah, when the heist took place in California. Yeah.
Now, I'm not the best at geography. But those 2 places are separated by, an ocean. Oh, God.
They get around.
Oh, I really wish there was something about Wolfenstein so we could have segued into killing Nazis.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah.
Though, actually, once again, very quick.
Love a good Mecha Hitler.
Okay, do you know what? I'm going to do a quick wee tangent that's going to include Nazis. I think it was the second reboot Wolfenstein game. I think it was New Colossus. I think it was New Colossus. Whatever. Their ad campaign had "Kill a Nazi," because who's going to be offended or complain about?
Who's going to be offended by that?
White supremacists. Do you know why? Because they felt offended. Someone, but they're inciting violence against Nazis, and while they said this, they couldn't see the irony. By the way, that game also lets you kill and blow up a Klansman. Yay. Another tangent, Red Dead Redemption 2, you lose no morality points if you murder Klansmen. It's almost like no one likes racists. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like racist is bad.
Oh.
God, I wish it was that easy.
I think I should hit people with sticks more. Anyway, moving on. Actually, talking about racists, we can talk about H.P. Lovecraft, because he was a giant racist. And coming up to topics, Chaosism, who released the tabletop game Call of Cthulhu, one of my personal favourites, will be reprinting the 7th edition starter set, because for some reason they stopped printing the starter set of their most popular selling version of their game.
Yeah.
Because they're geniuses. Anyway, this will be coming out again in April. We just had the release of God of War on PC, which just means
Boy.
God, I love God of War. Like, the first 3 are okay. Like, the first one, I was like 12 when it came out, and so blood, gore, hey look, there's tits. It's not exactly a big thinker. And then, they got better. God of War 3 actually ended with the whole, oh my god, that's kind of gnarly for revenge fantasy to end with. Oh my god, it's almost like it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the last one was possibly one of the best games ever made out of nowhere. Hey, do you want a touching story about a father and a son? He has so many issues and none dealt with anger and actual PTSD and everything. And also, like, kids kind of annoying sometimes. Here's a game for you. Seriously, it's beautiful. It's actually the reason I got a PS4. That and Spider-Man.
Is it really?
Yeah,
wow.
I don't really want to get it. It's like, they both came out around the same time. I was like, I'll buy a console.
Yeah.
So that's out PC. Also, Death Stranding Director's Cut. That's coming to PC soon. I'm Fortunately, don't have a date for that one. Cuphead, the Netflix animated series, is coming February 18th, which I think we can kind of agree that Netflix is kind of doing well with video game adaptations.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Castlevania. That was absolutely incredible.
Castlevania.
I'm a huge Castlevania franchise nerd,
The series was just so
and
good.
it was really good.
Come on, I think
This made me cry multiple times.
it also has this most low-key moment that just made me like proper belly laugh. I'm going to say a line, and immediately V's going to go, "Oh yeah, oh you must be the Belmont." From the
Yes.
Dracula.
Oh my god.
Dracula spends the entire
Yes.
first 2 seasons basically being a very, 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 very tall, suicidal goth queen. And he literally just has a moment of joy going, "Oh, you must be the Belmont." As this very, very posh idiot literally tries to punch Dracula in the face.
Oh
and
yeah, he's just
fails. Oh, God, great show.
nothing. He doesn't even blink.
And then the final boss being voice. He was the voice actor. Oh, Malcolm McDowell, Clockwork Orange. Him being
Oh
deaf.
god, that's right.
Oh,
I
he was
forgot about
perfect. Sorry,
that.
no, that's a bit of no segue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, The Witcher, which season 2 onwards has taken more elements from the video games because Henry Cavill's
I'm
in
so
it,
ready for it.
and he's a giant nerd.
Yes.
No, in comparison
Yes.
to Netflix's live-action anime adaptations, because they've only really done
No.
2 in-house. Some were brought on because, they were made elsewhere and released. Not kind of Ghost in the Shell, that wasn't Netflix. It's on Netflix.
I've
blame-
heard good things about the Rurouni Kenshin one.
I've not seen that one yet. But so far from them is Death Note. I got 5 minutes into it and legitimately turned off because I was bored.
Yep.
That's a bad
Yeah,
thing when I
I
hear
watched-
I got to see Willem Dafoe play a creepy thing, right? And then after his initial scene went, well, eh. And then Cowboy Bebop, which I think my review will be, hey, main trio, great. That dog, adorable. Music, great. The ship looks great. Those elements they directly take from the anime, great. Everything else, vicious was just, I hate him. He was horrible. Alright, so, but they've got a Gundam series, but it's going to be made by the guy who made Kong Skull Island, so I have hopes. The guy's also making the Metal Gear Solid movie, so hopes. So other releases, Kingdom Hearts Trilogy is coming to Switch February 10th. Do either of us give a flying fig about Kingdom Hearts?
No, but you know what? I'm happy for the people that do care. Good for you.
So, releases. We've also got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which is launching March 25th on the Switch. Final topic. Fun bit for banter, because, we haven't really had any chat or banter this series, this episode.
Yeah, no, there's definitely not been side conversations.
This has been completely serious, facts, nothing else. So, I'm going to ask a question to V, and they're going to either panic and look at their notes, or think for 20 minutes. So, V, as the final topic, who's your favourite boss that you have fought in a video game?
Hands down, it has to be Wheatley from Portal 2.
Is he really a boss, though? I mean, he does have a boss fight.
Yes!
Kinda.
He had bombs for throwing at you.
Do you know, I love Wheatley as a character until I found out what he actually is symbolically.
An idiot?
No, he's symbolically a abusive boyfriend. Because
What?
after he becomes, the evil that takes over GLaDOS, GLaDOS systems and stuff, everything he does is like an abusive spouse. He gaslights, he lies. It's like after hearing that and then playing the game again, it's like,
What?
Steve Merchant, you lanky bastard.
I love Steve Merchant.
Everyone likes Steve Merchant.
No, because, hold up, a lot of Wheatley's corruption came because of the same corruption Gladys faced, and that was just a fault in the programming. Yeah,
GLaDOS.
GLaDOS. Oh, whatever.
No, it's like,
Shut up.
I know I want to make a video game just how the bad guy is called GLaDOS. And just by the end of it, don't care if it's like a Skyrim-esque, going through Fantasyland or, sci-fi world or whatever, just GLaDOS. Some old granny called GLaDOS at the end of the day going,
Well, that's what her mnemonic is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the name Gladys.
I do like Gladys though. She's a fun villain. Actually, tying back to her first boss fight is naff, but her banter's
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, I mean the cores, like with the recipe core. Oh my god, those are always my favorite part because they recorded so much audio for them. I've actually gone
It's for like
myself.
45 minutes, just one growling at you.
Well, because I have actually like gone and replayed those boss fights from both 1 and 2, and then died at specific points, so that way I can listen to the entirety of those cores talking.
Nerd.
And
In
boy, howdy,
fact,
Adventure Core and the Cake Recipe Core are the
I'm
two
about to, I'm about to
funniest
tell you a
things.
fact that's going to make you happy.
Yeah,
The space core is in space.
yeah, I know. I put him
No,
there.
no, 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 no. Actually, in space, there was
Shut up! Did they
I
actually
think
launch a
no,
space
no.
core?
I don't know if it was NASA or SpaceX, but someone literally lasered on the space core onto like a circuit board or something
Oh,
of something. I don't know if it's a satellite or
oh,
spaceship or whatever, but yeah, the space core is in space.
that's cute.
It is adorable.
Space, so much space.
Ah, that's the thing. Valve does weird boss fights. Sometimes they're either great or sometimes they're just like Half-Life. I was yeah, episode 2. End of episode 2, we have to fight the Striders and you have to use that stupid magnet bomb thing. That's not.
Yes. Yeah, that one was really tough. I had a real difficult time with that one.
Yeah. I'm not trying to think, because I had a boss fight in my head. It was my go-to nostalgic one from when I was a kid. But I've now thought of other ones who are fun for more recent ones. Like, actually go back to God of War. First boss fight in that is, oh, it's amazing, because you fight Baldur. Baldur in Norse mythology can't die. And it's just, it's a
Yeah.
really cool visual thing, because Kratos is like 6.5 feet tall, made of nothing but muscle and rage, and Baldur is a skinny wee thing who's like nothing but lean muscle, and he's like half the size of Kratos. He takes Kratos on with his fists, and out of nowhere, the first punch he launches at Kratos fires him through his house and out the back. And after the fight shows you kind of, because once again, God of War was hack slash kill gods. You're one of the boss
Yeah,
fights
yeah,
was
of
you literally
course.
ripping the thumbnail off a titan. This one here, at the end of it, of him fighting just a dude, Kratos is literally limping away. He's winded, he's beaten up, and it's like, oh, that's how, like, the first, like, opening of that game, going from beginning to the end of that boss fight, that is how you open a game. Oh, great one. Shout out to, like, I'm not a big JRPG fan, but any of the final bosses in Persona, they were all stupid.
Sure,
They're all
yeah.
weird. They're all like, I don't know why you're a UFO flying over a pyramid, but I don't know why
It is what it
you're a
is.
penis. Not even joking. Like the first, it's like
Was it
it
really?
looks like a penis. There's a
Oh
demon thing
no.
summoned, which literally looks like a penis in a chariot. Persona's a weird game. Once
Well,
again,
forget dick in a box. I want dick in a chariot. Yeah.
Nay. Oh, I forgot one of the releases we didn't talk about. Very quickly, we'll talk about this release quickly and then back on to the boss thing. We forgot to mention Dead by Daylight has a new killer coming in March. And like the last few, it's going to be a celebrity one. Out of all them, we get the creepy girl from The Ring. Or, for legal reasons, Ringu. Because they can't use the
Samara.
American translation because the American films have the rights. And I don't know why, that just makes me giggle.
To be fair, the original Ringu was actually way better than the American
I'm currently
adaptation.
reading the book. Someone got me for Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know there was a
It's
book.
based on a novel.
Huh. Okay.
That
Because I know Samara is supposed to be some sort of water horse deity.
I don't know if that's in the book, but I remember that being in the first movie. Though I love this. Back on the video games, by the way. You know the actor, the main actor in that, who he's the final victim, yeah, of her. His last big movie was a video game adaptation, which was good.
Oh
It
yeah.
was Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Am I the only person now who wants to see his revenge of just Scorpion beating the piss out of that creepy girl?
Oh,
You start
God.
trying to get back down to the well, and you're just, get over here!
Oh, get over
Oh,
here.
seriously, shout out the Mortal Kombat movie. That movie was way better than it should have been. Okay, back onto the bosses. It's back to when when I was younger, I know that this is a youthful babyish face. Thanks for the sarcastic giggle. You're fired.
Oh, I mean, oh, you're.
So I always hold in high regard the first games I had for my PlayStation 2, because my PlayStation 2 was like, this is when I get to a more mature gamer. I'm no longer just playing stupid games on PlayStation and N64, though. N64 had some bangers. So the first 3 games I got for PS2, I'll always just like, special place in my heart, especially for the franchises, the characters, and the companies who made them. So the 2 I got with it, because once again, this was back when ordering something online, if you did it 4 months in advance, and maybe it might arrive, So at Christmas, I got 2 games with it, and they were Max Payne. And to this day, I'm still a Max Payne fan and love Remedy. Control, Alan Wake, can't wait for Alan Wake 2, yay, and Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Seriously,
Fair enough.
love Hideo Kojima. The one that came late, I think it was like just early February. Mum's like, got you something else for Christmas. It just arrived. There you go. And she handed wee baby me Devil May Cry 1. Immediately I'm like, what the? No, immediately I'm like, what the fuck is this? With the white hair, and the what the? Turning the back of it, reading the back of it, like, what is this game? I have no idea what this is. And the bit that caught me was like, okay, I'm going to play this now, because it said, from the makers of Resident Evil and Dino Crisis. Like, I know those games. They scared the crap out of me when I was a baby. Especially Dino Crisis. Seriously, I want a remake. Give me one. So, playing it, and Devil May Cry is still good. It's one of those games that just still is good. It's hard, but it's good. Okay, not Dark Souls hard, or Bloodborne, I'm going to make you weep hard.
I was more hemming and hawing about the good part, because I will say Devil May Cry 2 and 3 were pretty damn good.
Don't you dare for a second tell me Devil May Cry 2 is a good game.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
That's Devil May Cry 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's a good game.
Yeah.
I didn't say the writing was good. It's from Capcom.
Fair enough.
Devil May Cry was also supposed to be. It's one of the demos from Resident Evil 4 that just spun into its own game. This was almost.
Oh, did it really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Resident Evil 4 went through like
That's
19
awesome.
different variations. Devil May Cry was one of them that spun off into its own game.
Wow.
There's a reason why him and Leon had the same haircut. So the boss.
Oh.
It's not even the first boss. First boss was Phantom, who's a giant lava tarantula, who's still kind of cool, especially when you say the words lava tarantula. But I think it's the second boss, who is Nilo Angelo, the Black Knight, who's this 8-foot tall knight in dark demonic armor and cape. And literally, he's introduced by walking through a mirror, pointing and just walking out the balcony, disappearing. You jump after him. You're standing in a courtyard. Camera zooms up and he's just standing on a building while a metal soundtrack just kicks in. It's like, yes! And the reason he sticks with me is that the fight is really cool. Even now I'm getting the nostalgia thinking about it. But he's the first boss ever in a video game I looked forward to fighting again.
Really? Okay.
Because the fight was just so cool. So the second time he turns out, it's like, yeah, I get to fight him again. And then the third one was like climactic because his helmet comes off and the cape drops and you get to see he's almost a mirror to Dante. Because it's Virgil. Hey, if you play Devil May Cry, that's a name that's going to pop up way too much. Virgil. And yeah, like even I remember staying with my mate in a caravan of I think it's Portrush, Castle Rock somewhere, and nights were playing Devil May Cry, but everyone picked a boss that they wanted to fight. It's like, no, he's mine. I will fight you for him. I will literally beat you up because he's cool. He's awesome. And when I was playing Devil May Cry 5, which was the last one to come out, there is you've disappeared on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're in the darkness. But I wanted to fill your heart full of light.
Hold up. I have to go fill this room with light. That was unfortunately me tabbing out from the white thing, which I didn't realize was my only source of light. So.
Makes sense. So Devil May Cry 5 has a boss fight, which is basically a new version of the Nilo Angelo fight. and it's just cool because you're in this play like a theater, but the theater has fallen off a cliff and is now rolling down a hill. You're fighting in it, and it brings the music back, and even now I'm a bit nostalgic. And even playing Devil May Cry 3 when Virgil starts pulling out the blades, the homing blades, like, oh, that's what he did when he was the fucking knight. Oh, I might go play Devil May Cry again. I mean, I will.
I mean, hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Have you thought of anything else other than Wheatley?
And aside from Gladys, probably Borderlands 2 Handsome Jack.
All I know about him is he's a prick.
Yes, and that's why he's the best villain. No, I'm kidding. Everyone's gonna start fighting if I say that. But that was the joke for the longest time of everyone saying why Handsome Jack was the best villain ever written. It's like, I just liked it that he would call me up to call me a bitch and then eat some pretzels and then send guys to kill me. Like, it was the first time I have experienced a villain that does that.
What you've described sounds like Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1 if he was American. Brother! Crunch. You're a bitch.
He buys a pony literally made out of diamonds. And he says, I was going to name it Shit for Brains in your honor, but instead I decided to name it Butt Stallion. And it was at that moment I was like, this is the kind of villain we're going with? Fuck it. Okay. Alright. Because the first one was, in Borderlands, I love Borderlands. I haven't played the third one yet, though. In the first Borderlands, it was more of like you versus a company, and there was just Commodore Steele, and she was a pain in the ass, but the final boss was the Vault Guardian, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Vault Guardian, I've heard nothing but complaints about, because apparently it's just like a very cheap version of Cthulhu, and...
Oh, yeah. But it was, I don't know, like, I did really like... Don't play Borderlands 1. It is, like, I've gone back and played it, not good. It was really bad to play, but, like, the story of it, and, like, when you're going to the vault, and there's all of these, like, kind of angelic, celestial, alien beings, and it's, I wish I could experience it again for the first time, because it was just very surreal, and it was just blew my mind because it didn't match anything else in the game. And then they did away with it for the rest of the games. I'm like, no, I really liked...
Borderlands is one of those franchises I feel I should like.
Yes,
but I don't.
You should.
Every time I've tried to play them, it's just like nothing really... The humor never lands for me. I usually find it more annoying than anything else. The only Borderlands joke I've laughed at is literally a one-shot joke. Do you know what that one-shot joke is? Shoot me in the face. Don't shoot me around.
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
That's the only one that made me like, that's funny. This is a follow-up to the boss question. Who's your favorite villain?
Because I mean, it still is probably Handsome Jack and Gladys, because I do really just like villains that talk to you and tell you you suck.
So every modern Far Cry villain then.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't know that. I might start after playing Far Cry.
Yeah, because ever since Far Cry 3, you have a charismatic villain who either talks to you on a radio or occasionally will just take you aside and talk at you. Have you ever watched... This is a strange question, and if you understand why, you'll understand my last question. Have you watched Better Call Saul?
No, that's... I need to finish Breaking Bad first.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I have so much stuff that I start and never finish.
The villain of Far Cry 3 is called Vaz. And...
Yes, I know about him.
That actor just turns up everywhere now, and he's on Better Call Saul, and he's great. But him...
Nice,
he's one of the reasons why so many games have now changed how they're made a wee bit, because he is not the main bad guy. He is the main henchman who gets killed 3/4 of the way through the game.
Oh, it's like Lady Domitrice.
No, she died 1/4 of the way through the game. That's a different one.
You're right.
And then...
She was just a henchman, though.
Fair. Yeah, if you want, you can also go see our Resident Evil playthroughs through Game Night. Yeah. We need to do...
Link in the description as well.
We need to do more.
Hey, well, no, because you're probably past her, so I don't care anymore, so...
My friend Anya dropped in for one of our last streams of it, and she screamed down the microphone, "Show me the tall lady!" Like literally,
Oh my
she blew
god.
out my microphone, like our audio, for a good solid second, screaming, "Show me the tall lady!"
Oh
Yeah,
no.
and also
She's only there for a little bit.
and thankfully she left right for the boss fight because she gets ugly. Though, I do like Resident Evil. Resident Evil has some of the best, but not always best bosses, but some of the fun ones. Like
Yeah, of course.
honestly, every time I think of fun Resident Evil bosses, I just jumping to 4, like El El Gigante, El Gigante, aka Cave Troll, or you know that giant newt you fight in a lake with a harpoon.
Oh, yes. That was really cool. Or wait, are you talking about Village still?
No, I'm talking about Resident Evil 4,
Oh, never
which
mind then. I have
honestly
no idea.
is
Oh, they've done that twice then.
no
Huh.
Village X. Okay, well, this is okay. We're gonna wrap this up. Village teased me
Okay,
and
okay.
pissed me off over it, right? So
Mhm.
they Village is basically, hey, we're taking all the stuff we love about 4 and doing it again. We've got a merchant. Oh, I love the Duke. The Duke.
The Duke is such a bro. I didn't trust him at
And then
first,
he's the
but
most
I've learned
trustworthy
that he's
character in the history of Resident
yeah.
Evil by the end of it.
He's the only person that like gives a shit about you aside from your wife.
Yeah. Damn it, Chris. You could have just taken 3 seconds to explain the situation, but you didn't. Damn it, Redfield. You boulder
Yeah.
punching
Well,
asshole.
then the plot wouldn't have
So,
happened.
they set up like, I think this is the third of the 4 main houses. And he's a creepy fish dude who is.
Yes.
Imagine if Quasimodo did the Atkins diet. That's this guy. And eventually he turns into giant fish. You're in a boat for him, like, oh, are they going to do the boss fight again with the harpoons? No. You get out of the boat, you run around for a wee bit to avoid the fish, then you drain the water and shoot him normally. It's like, give me a harpoon.
Yeah, that does the harpoon does sound better.
It is way better, seriously. Leon S. Kennedy
That
stuck
boss
in a
fight did look
dingy little tiny wee dinghy against a giant zombie fish, possibly newt thing. We're not really sure if it has legs or not. And all you've got
to be
are
fair,
harpoons.
why doesn't it just oh, just eat you?
Which can happen, by the way. Like one of the Easter
Oh,
eggs.
great.
Well, let's get we're wrapping up very soon. One of the Easter eggs, if you walk up to the like dock right before you have to do anything in the water and just shoot it like one full clip of ammo, it just jumps out of water and hits you.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, so hi, this has been episode 1.
Yeah.
It has been literally some news, mostly banter, but you know.
Mostly banter, yeah. I don't know why else you're listening to this channel if you're not here for the banter.
So hope you like it. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that random stuff that we're legally supposed to say because this is on YouTube, and if we don't, they shoot us. And check out more content through our other shows such as Seminasty, Tech Bros, Wild Zoology, and this wee one about Minecraft that might be popping up soon. Hi, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, plug, plug. And also remember to go over to the website at vindicast.co.uk. I've been David, this has been V. Say goodbye, V.
Goodbye, V.
I need a motorbike. I set my house there first.